What if I told you that you have the power to create your own reality, that you can manifest anything you desire, including more money and prosperity, by simply changing the way you talk to yourself, that you can go from rags to riches with the law of assumption? Today, I would like to share with you my own personal success story and how I used the law of assumption to transform my financial situation and become financially independent and prosperous. The law of assumption is one of the most powerful and practical teachings of Neville Goddard, a famous reality creation expert who taught his VIP students how to use their imagination and inner speech to shape their external circumstances. He said, "Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and you will have assumed a state which will result in the fulfillment of your desire." In other words, if you want to attract more money and prosperity into your life, you have to assume that you already have it and feel it as if it were true. You have to talk to yourself as if you were already wealthy, successful, and abundant. Sounds simple, right? But how do you actually do it? How do you change your inner dialogue from one of lack, limitation, and fear to one of abundance, confidence, and joy? I'm going to share with you the exact steps I followed to apply the law of assumption in my life and how it helped me go from being broke and struggling to pay my bills to owning multiple prosperous online businesses and living a life of freedom and fulfillment. But before I do that, let me tell you a little bit about myself and how I discovered the law of assumption. I was always interested in personal development and spirituality, but I never really believed that I could create my own reality. I thought that life was something that happened to me, not something that I could influence or control. I was always looking for external solutions to my problems, such as getting a better job, winning the lottery, or finding a rich partner. But none of those things ever happened. Instead, I found myself stuck in a cycle of debt, stress, and anxiety. I was working at a dead-end job that barely paid enough to cover my expenses. I had no savings, no investments, no assets. I was living paycheck to paycheck, constantly worrying about how to make ends meet. I felt hopeless and helpless. I felt like a victim of my circumstances. I felt like there was no way out. Then one day, everything changed. I learned from Monika Pavlikova's courses how our inner speech is the most powerful tool we have to create our reality. She said that whatever we say to ourselves in our mind, we manifest in our physical world. She said that we can use our inner speech to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and thereby attract whatever we desire. She also shared some success stories of people who used the law of assumption to manifest money, love, health, and more. It was very inspiring and motivating. I was intrigued by this idea. It sounded too good to be true, but it also made sense. After all, our thoughts and feelings are the only things we can control in life. Why not use them to our advantage? I decided to give it a try. I had nothing to lose anyway. I followed the steps that were outlined in the video. They were very simple and easy to follow. Here's what they were. 1. Identify your desire. What do you want to manifest? Be specific and clear about it. For me, it was more money and prosperity. 2. Create an affirmation that implies that your desire is already fulfilled. Use present tense and positive language. For example, I'm wealthy, I'm prosperous, I am successful, I have multiple online businesses. 3. Repeat your affirmation in your mind as often as possible throughout the day. Feel it as if it were true. Imagine how it would feel to have your desire right now. Embody that feeling in your body. 4. Persist in your assumption until it becomes your dominant state of mind. Don't let any doubts or fears interfere with your affirmation. Don't look for evidence or signs in the external world. Just trust that your inner speech is creating your reality. 5. Let go and let God. Don't worry about how or when your desire will manifest. Don't try to force or manipulate anything. Just relax and enjoy the process. Know that your desire is already yours and that it will show up in the perfect way and time. That's it. That's all I did, and it worked. Within a few weeks, I started to notice some changes in my reality. I received a raise at my job. I got a refund from the IRS. I won a small prize in a lottery. I found some money on the street. These were small manifestations, but they were enough to boost my confidence and faith in the law of assumption. I realized that it was working and that I was on the right track. I continued to repeat my affirmation and feel it as true. I started to feel more abundant, confident, and joyful. I started to attract more opportunities and resources to grow my income. I started to learn more about online business and how to create passive income streams. I also discovered Neville Goddard's exercise that he taught his VIP students at the end of his lectures. It was a very powerful technique to amplify the law of assumption and speed up the manifestation process. Here's how it works. 1. Before you go to sleep at night, relax your body and mind. Get into a comfortable position and breathe deeply. 2. Imagine that you are lying in your bed, but in a different location and situation than your current one. Imagine that you are already living your desired reality. For example, if you want to manifest more money and prosperity, imagine that you are lying in a luxurious bed in a beautiful mansion, surrounded by wealth and abundance. 3. Feel the reality of your imagination. Feel the texture of the sheets, the warmth of the blanket, the softness of the pillow. Feel the satisfaction of having your desire fulfilled. Feel the gratitude for your wonderful life. 4. Fall asleep in that state of assumption. Let your subconscious mind accept it as true. This exercise is very effective because it bypasses the logical mind and impresses the subconscious mind with your desired state. The subconscious mind is the creative power that manifests your reality, so by influencing it with your imagination, you can create anything you want. I did this exercise every night before going to sleep, and I was amazed by the results. Within a few months, I was able to quit my job and start my own online business. I created several websites, blogs, courses, and products that generated passive income for me. I was able to work from anywhere in the world, set my own schedule, and enjoy my freedom. I was able to pay off all my debts, save and invest more money, and live a prosperous lifestyle. I was able to travel to different countries, experience different cultures, and meet new people. I was able to fulfill my dreams and goals and create a reality that matched my desires. I was able to go from rags to riches with the law of assumption, and you can too. You have the power to create your own reality by changing the way you talk to yourself. You have the power to manifest more money and prosperity by assuming that you already have it. You just have to follow the steps that I shared with you today and apply them consistently in your life. You just have to talk to yourself like this.